What's good? It's Casper. Today's video I'm gonna be talking about the animated movie The Grinch. Animated movie The Grinch is a 2018 film. It's rated PG and it's an hour and 25 minutes. Directed by Yarrow, Cheney and Scott Mosier. Ended up randomly watching this movie during the holidays and I'm like, you know what? Why not give my thoughts about it? This movie was kind of interesting and I do have a few things to say about it. So this was like a very random watch. Think about The Grinch, you think about the Jim Carrey OG version. That's literally one of the best Christmas all-time great movies to put on. You think about how much of a hater he is, small heart he has for everybody, no Christmas spirit at all, just hates people. And he has a dog named Max, and that's the duo in the original Grinch. When Christmas time comes around, that's when the Grinch is just literally like, ugh. But that whole personality with the Grinch is, whenever you think about him, you think about Jim Carrey's performance as the Grinch. This new generation redid the Grinch movie, but put it in an animated version. And now we have this version right here, the Grinch. Storyline in general, very simple. Kind of very simple, just like the original one. The Grinch hates Christmas time. He hates people, wants to be by himself, has his partner in crime, Max. Christmas time comes around, he basically wants to steal people's joy. He doesn't want anybody to get no gifts. He's coming up with plots to go into the village of Whoville and destroy everybody's Christmas by taking everybody's gifts and destroying all that so that he could feel good about himself. The Grinch is just a grumpy dude. His personality unfolds day by day as we get closer to Christmas. So storyline is very simple, but there's a lot of things that I did notice where I was kind of putting myself in an expectation spot, but there was a lot of surprising moments that I'm like, wow, smart for them for doing that, to be honest. The animation in this movie is actually visually on point, shockingly awesome. Visually, a lot of the things that this movie is presenting to us, the lighting, the colors, overall environment is super dope to see. Imagine them creating this in real life. But then it got me thinking about the old version and I'm like, yo, that was actually pretty good set design as well. This being an animated movie, everything was popping out. The traditions of Christmas, the feels of Christmas, things that feel at home, and all the things that you kind of expect when Christmas is around were well done presented in this movie. The animation for all that seemed very fun and really cool to see. A lot of the characters in Whoville, definitely with the lines, you can see that they're all familiar with everybody. Everyone that lives there is kind of like a big family and they all look out for each other. They all show love to each other every single time. When Christmas comes around, it's like one of the best times of the year. We actually saw what Whoville is about. The Grinch, voice acted by Benedict Cumberbatch. It was a surprising voice acting performance because when the Grinch started talking, I didn't get mad at it at all. A voice projection, the tone, I thought fit very well. Fits an animated Grinch. If it was like too high or too low, it will call out right away. I really like how they were trying to be funny with him. You saw what he did in his house and how grumpy he is literally every day. Benedict Cumberbatch presenting these lines, it sounded like he had a great time just putting this Grinch performance. It gave me a vibe as well that he's not trying to mimic Jim Carrey's Grinch at all. He wanted to have his own Grinch style. That's where in this movie I feel like a lot of my expectations was kind of getting in the way with his performance. But overall, I feel like the Grinch in this movie shied away from a lot of crazy Grinch expected outbursts. Something that I would expect to see from the Grinch is a lot of outbursts, a lot of raging moments, a lot of very comedy, straightforward lines, but he's joking but serious. He did have his moments in this movie where the lines are explaining how grumpy he is with Christmas and everyone else. That's where it was like very toned down. But the toned down fit this movie. There's a few moments like that in here. Instead of showing us a lot of that type of personality, they showed us a different side of the Grinch. Grinch is actually welcome to new characters in his own little cave. Deals with a deer in this movie, and that was interesting because the Grinch doesn't like anybody. So the fact that he let another animal live with him, that was a unique characteristic to see from this style of Grinch. Grinch is more interactive with Max in this movie, and I really like how Max is super animated in this movie. Max is literally man's best friend. I really like how Max is observant. Max is listening to what the Grinch is saying. Day and his night just revolves around the Grinch. Even Max knows how much of a hater the Grinch is. Max was like my standout character in this movie. He was adorable. He was sweet. Had no lines in this movie. movie, so I did like that they didn't try to give him a voice or anything. I really like that they still kept him quiet. Grinch and Max are a cool duo in here as well, so you're gonna enjoy both of them because they both complement each other very well. But you're not gonna be mad at Max in this movie. Pharrell is narrating in this movie. That was a key addition. It gave more of a I'm reading a book to you guys type of vibe. So we're basically having Pharrell open up this book and he's telling us this animated story of the Grinch. It wasn't a bother whenever Pharrell was narrating in this movie. I thought it fit on point with the voice and what the lines he was projecting. Cindy Lou, voice acted by Cameron Seeley. I think she did a phenomenal job as Cindy Lou. Character in general is super adorable. I really like how adventurous, and you can see how much of a daydreamer kids are with her character. Her imagination just takes her to the most awesome places and it's super adorable. The lines were great. The voice was awesome. The music score, it wasn't a bother. It was unique, added to this movie. Shout out to Tyler, the creator, for being one of the writers for one of the songs. I like how his voice kind of had a Grinch vibe as well with his tone. I hope for some of the viewers the animation flow of just being super adventurous is not too shaky or moving too fast. They are trying to show a lot of adventure in this movie, so the way the camera is moving and the way you see the animation might be a little too fast for some viewers. The motion of it could be a little too much. After my watching the animated movie The Grinch, out of 10 I'm gonna have to give this movie a 7 out of 10. That's my movie review for the animated movie The Grinch. Shout out to you guys for tuning into the video. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace, y'all.